Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Chris from the Nerdy Soul, the Geek in Sneaks. I'm here at Tennessee Game Days in Nashville, a weekend convention where we're just getting a lot of games played and having a good time. Reviewing all the games I got a chance to play with a little quick 5 in 5. And today we're going to be talking about the game Soda Jerk from AllPlay. This tiny little card game is actually one that packs a pretty fun, entertaining punch. So I'm excited to talk about this. Designed by Chris E. The Dice Tower. Art by Sai Bipu. Really love the art. Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly, but I think this art is pretty dope. So without further ado, let's dive in. So Soda Jerk is a small card game that's played over 3 rounds, and what you're going to be doing is trying to, it doesn't lie when it says you're a jerk. This game is pretty mean, and it's really entertaining in that way because you are trying to secretly bid on the different types of sodas in columns to get points. You're going to have cards in your hand that are different ingredients like strawberries, blueberries, limes, oranges, and they have different values between like 1 and 3, okay? And so every turn within a round, you're going to play a card into one of the columns for instance, one of these shops. Like this is the blueberry soda shop here, okay? You're gonna be playing cards underneath the blueberry soda shop, and if it is a blueberry card, it's going to increase the value of blueberries for everyone. If it's a non-blueberry card, like for instance oranges, it's gonna be negative to the value of blueberries. So for instance, if I played a 3 orange first, then blueberries are now worth -3 points until someone adds more blueberries. These cards are placed face down. Now there are 2 ways to end a round which would trigger the scoring. One is if only one player has 3 cards in their hand, then you finish out everything, finish out the round. Then if everyone who's playing, they use their turn to flip a card face up instead of playing a card, the round immediately ends. Another ending round condition is if all the cards in the grid are face up, then the round ends. Once that happens, whatever cards you have in your hand, those are going to be what you're going to score for the ingredients. So you want to try to put positive things in it. So for number 1, big positive that I like about this game is the meanness. I love that it leans into the meanness, the sneakily mean mechanics of, okay, I need to be a jerk and make sure that my ingredients are doing well, but your ingredients are not. So if I see you putting a lot of cards in blueberries, I'm going to assume you at least have some stock in blueberry. And so maybe I have less blueberries in my hand, so I'm going to put some negatives over there. Or once I know that if I'm trying to score oranges and I see you put a card in my oranges, well, I'm going to flip that over the next turn because I want to see what you're trying to do to my orange score. And then maybe I can switch over my decision making for the next round. It also feels very personal when you flip a card someone just placed. It's like, oh, you're calling me out, you're attacking me. So I love that style of game. So big proponent of the meanness. Number 2, I think the scoring. The first time I played this game, I didn't like it. I'll be honest. I was kind of frustrated by it because all the scoring was a lot of negative points. The more times I played it, the better I got at it, the better we got it as a group. And we learned how to have really good, positive point interactions. So I love that there's sort of an arc of learning this game. The first time you play it, you're probably not going to be that mean maybe, and you're going to realize that like you're going to have a negative score. And so it's not about like hoarding a bunch of one thing. It's about just trying to make sure one thing does well in your hand. So I think that's really good game design in a simple way. Big fan of that. Number 3 is artwork. I know artwork's always kind of like a hit or miss thing, but I do want to shout out because I do think the art is lovely. And not just the art, but the graphic design. Everything's very clear. It's very concise. There's icons for color visibility as well for people that may have color blindness. So big proponent of that. And I think that, again, these shops are just super, super great. I love that they've got, some good character art in there. Yeah, it's just great. I think it's really, really solid. And I love that it's got diversity too. So big shout out for that. Number 4, I think that I love that it's a small package. So production wise, it's a good card. I would have loved if the cards were linen, but I understand that they don't really need to be because it's such a small card game. And I think that the value system is really, really well done. You wouldn't want like these cards to go up to 5, like they only go up to 3, and I think that's a really well balanced system because you're having multipliers. So the more cards get multiplied means a higher negative score. You can get a really high negative score and that doesn't feel very good, but even if you have a really negative score, you can mess up someone else's score. So I think that balances out well, sort of satisfying the game that even if I'm not going to win, I'm gonna make sure you lose. And you gotta lean into the jerkness of that. Number 5, I like that there is a module in this game. So normally you get this kind of game and it's like, hey, this is the one way to play, boom, you're done. But I appreciate nowadays designers taking the extra time to add modules into their game. So they do have a module system where you can flip over these shops and you have a effect that happens for that round. So for instance, each Kiwi card scores double the final value here, you know, and you could just play one of these or multiples of these or all of these, and that just adds so much replayability to this game. And the replayability is high because you don't know what cards you're going to get every time. You're not dispersing all the cards every time. It's just a solid game. So I didn't own this game. It was in the play to win. I ended up going out and buying it because I think this is just something that I would love to play with my friends group, with family. So shout out to AllPlay for Show the Jerk. One thing that I think could have been improved, it's kind of hard because there's not a lot in this game that I think could have really been improved upon necessarily. The one thing I think that it's hard because there's not a lot in this game that I think could have been improved upon, but based off just my play experience, I think that scoring the first time that we played, like I said, we were winning the game with negative points. It was kind of a sour experience. So I think what could have been improved is a way to more mitigate that negative feeling that is potential on that first play, because if you play first time and someone wins because they got a bunch of negatives, you might not want to pick it up again. And I think that would do disservice to this game because that's kind of my outlook at first. That was how I felt. And then I came back to it, I gave it another shot, and I really enjoyed it. So I think for something like this, it's important to have that good first play because it's so simple and people can easily just say, okay, cool, let's move on. So maybe that's one thing that could have been improved, but overall, it's a great game. If you got a chance to pick it up or play it, I would definitely recommend this one. Yeah, AllPlay do great stuff, and I think they're doing a really great job with the artwork, and yeah, big fan of this. So thanks again for checking this video out. Let me know if you've had a chance to play Soda Jerk or seen it at a convention. And yeah, until the next one, remember to kick back and play.